Yeesh, that was a mess. Hey cuties, Peachy here. Welcome back to a new video. And in this video, yes, we're going to be doing a full-on breakdown on this year's Mattel Creations Revealed event. From teasers, reveals, late, messy start, and more. We have lots to talk about as there's even live voting we'll get into for the new KPop Demon Hunter dolls. But for now, stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. But for now, let's get into it. Now, before we get into the reveals and teasers, we do have to talk about the overall structure and how the live event went. Now, it started off messy as the live event was actually late. They started the event like 20 minutes late, which I don't know what happened, but I feel like it's always been like this. Like last year, they were also late. There was like some technical difficulties, and this time, same thing happened. But eventually, it worked out, and it started to do a countdown, and then they had begun with the live event. And right off the bat, you could tell that it was different in every way possible because it was no longer in like a small studio. They had a whole huge ass area here that they had little booths at in every corner for obviously the different brands, and then in the center we had like a Mattel logo here, like a little pedestal, and then there were two hosts, basically the same host from last year. She was lovely, and then a new host, I forget his name, but he's the voice actor from Zuko from Aang, Avatar Last Airbender, so really fun to hear him talk. Was crazy. But so those were two hosts for this event, and then basically at every booth there would be kind of like a guide basically for every booth. So, and it wouldn't be like an official worker at Mattel, it would be like a fan. So that's why in some cases you might recognize these faces because they're influencers, content creators. They are not workers at Mattel. They, got invited out to the event to kind of, again, explain a little bit about Monster High or like all these different brands and kind of talk about their own journey and their own story about how they started collecting. They had to fill up the runtime somehow. But ironically, that kind of came back to bite them in the butt because at the end they even mentioned that they were running out of time. They were going for way too long, which is like, okay, well, yeah, I'm not the one who wanted to talk about Uno for like 20 minutes straight. So basically it was really a mess, and Monster High, yes, was last, but that was not a surprise. That was the lineup that we saw announced. Now, after the guide at every booth would explain their own story about how they started collecting the brand, then they would ask a trivia question to the crowd, and this was nice. Whoever won the question, they also won the prize. So basically, whatever got revealed in that booth, they won at one of as well. So that was really fun, because of course, who doesn't love getting free stuff? I feel like by the end, the host gave away free stuff to a lot of people, so I'm just hoping that they keep track of everyone because that would really suck if you got promised like a Barbie and then they forgot about you. So but anyway, so that was really fun. But I have to say then they also had like a major trivia round with multiple contestants, one of which was Claudina, obviously known here on YouTube, which is really fun to see. I saw multiple faces that I recognized amongst the crowd, which is really cute. So that was really cool. But then aside from that major trivia round, they even had like another break where the host was talking to someone else in the center of the room, and I was like, why are we taking a break here? Like, why are we talking about this person's job? And like, I mean, yeah, it's like fun, and obviously they helped put together this event and etc. But like, I feel like in the live chat a lot of people were like get on with it, like people were getting bored. So it felt to me like the pacing was a bit off. So like maybe they should not have done so many pauses in between the reveals to talk about stuff that really is not relevant, and really more so they're just doing that to fill up the runtime, to place more ads in the video. I mean, right? That's what they're doing. But anyway, they even showed I'm not joking, they even showed the entire live action trailer of the Motu movie, Masters of the Universe, the movie coming up this summer. They showed the entire trailer in the live. I know, the entire trailer. Can you imagine like being in that crowd, just standing there for like 2 minutes, just like watching a trailer that you've seen before? Like, come on. Again, another example of how Mattel was just trying to fill up the runtime. But other than all those issues, I do think the host, especially for Barbie, Juno and Matt for Monster High, they did a good job, and I just wish that for K-pop Demon Hunters they could have also had like a booth respectfully for that brand, because for the reveal of K-pop Demon Hunters they really just had like that one little thing that revealed the dolls, but that was it. There was no products in the background, and I do feel like with how many dolls are releasing for the Huntrix, etc., they could have used that opportunity to show off some of those dolls live in the background. But anyway, overall the live stream was, again, they started late, it was messy, the pacing was horrible, they talked way too much about stuff that no one cared about, and the actual reveals were kind of lackluster. Yeah, so overall, I think I preferred the way it was done in previous years, for sure. But what do you think? And now we get into the first doll reveal, which was K-pop Demon Hunters. And this was not just a reveal, but also an announcement that this was going to be a voting left up to us to decide who would actually get made, Jinu or Mira. So for right away, I'm like, okay, why do we have to choose? Can't they just make both? I'm pretty sure Mattel can afford to produce both. Come on, like, who are we kidding? Both these dolls would sell really well, like, and they doubt it, or they just love watching us squirm, making us choose. So that's it. Mattel just loves messing with us. That's what's happening. No, but like, really, like, I'm pretty sure they could just produce both and sales would be amazing. But no, they gotta bring the drama and be like, no, you gotta pick. You gotta pick. So now we gotta vote. We have like 6 days until voting ends on Mattel Creations. Anyone can vote. That's really fun. So yeah, it's between Demon Jinu and Sleeping Bag Mira. And I mean, come on, there's clearly a winner here, and that's a Demon Jinu. Come on, he should win, like, for sure. But I do get why people would vote for Mira, because I do like the sleeping bag outfit, and you can take it off, and then she has like a little bodysuit underneath, which looks so fun. She even has like fabric boots once again. So I do get why people would vote for Mira, because she looks so good here. But at the same time, we have to understand that getting a boy doll, a second Jinu doll here, is a huge deal. Not just that, but he has multiple layers on, even rooted hair, which the core Jinu doll does not have. So he's got that, and even uniquely molded on hands to have the sharp nails of, when he's in his demon form. Of course, he also has a different skin tone with the demon marks on the body. So, I mean, come on, in every way possible, Jinu Demon here should win. But I would not be surprised if Mira won by some chance, but I really hope Jinu wins. Now, there's a question here while you watch me vote live. There's a huge question here that how available will whoever wins be? Like, will they be a Mattel Creations exclusive? Will this doll, will Jinu or Mira be considered a collector doll? How pricey will they be? So that does kind of worry me a bit, because they charge $150 for the 3-pack of Huntrix right back in October. So how much will they charge us for one of these, whoever wins? 50, 60, 70, even more? I would not be surprised, to be honest. So that kind of scares me. I am not looking forward to having to pay that much money for one of these dolls, even though they are really detailed and they look really nicely well done. So, I'm kind of scared for the pricing, but I guess we'll have to wait and see how that kind of plays out. Yeah, because they did not mention like the release date for these dolls and the packaging or the pricing, again, the availability. Like, is this going to be again exclusive to Mattel Creations? It would seem so, but it would be nice if they clarified a bit. So we'll have to wait and see whoever wins afterwards. I guess then that's when they're going to announce the rest of the information, right? So yeah, only time will tell, but I am excited for whoever wins. Obviously, it should be Jinu, but even if Mira does win, I'm also excited for her. And to be honest, I do think, like, regardless of whoever wins, they will make the other doll as well. It's just a matter of when, because, like, how can they not make the other doll? Like, Mattel knows it would print money either way. So moving on, yes, let's talk about the Barbie revealed segment here. And the main doll that got revealed was a doll called Barbie Atelier. Atelier. That's part of a brand new collection. I'm assuming she's the first debut doll, and she's a brand new type of Barbie doll that we've never seen before. She is much taller than a regular Barbie doll. She is 14 inches tall, so definitely much taller, and she has a kind of looks like a made-to-move body, but with a bit of modified articulation, as she does seem to have like even articulation at the toes and fingers, which looks very interesting. And of course, she has inset eyes here alongside with rooted lashes, and not just that, but a silkstone body. She's also confirmed to be a platinum label doll, which usually means that not only are they more expensive, but also there's less of them made. So I'm not sure what the quantity is for this doll, but like I mentioned, does mean a higher price. And do you want to guess how expensive this doll is? Okay, let me tell you, now that you've had a chance to sit down, drink some coffee, have a hot beverage, calm your nerves, here's the pricing of this doll. $300 US, not including shipping. And of course, amongst other currencies, this doll will be even more expensive. So basically, you're investing a huge amount of money in this one piece of plastic. And for what? For what? She looks like a BJD doll. She's a bit taller. She has some nice looking clothing. That's it? Okay. Okay, Mattel's lost the plot. Like, actually ridiculous. Like, I know we keep saying like, oh, Mattel is like, oh, but like actually for real, like, no, Mattel, this is like actually too far. Who approved the pricing? I need to know. I need to speak to whoever thought charging $300 for this one doll was a genius marketing move. Who thought this was good? They really thought for real that people would pay that much money, like right out the gate, you know, like tons and tons of people. Okay, there will be a couple people who will buy her. You know, there always is, obviously, but it won't be nearly as much if they had just lowered the price point. The pricing is insane. I cannot, like, can you imagine all the dolls you could buy with that amount of money? Like, that's basically my entire budget for an entire, like, a month. My doll budget for a month. That's like it. I'd have to save to buy it. You know, like, it's so much money. Like, it's crazy. That would be, I could only buy her, and I would have to wait like 2 months to buy anything else. Like, legitimately, like, she's an investment. Yeah. Again, she is on a new body. She has a new face sculpt. She has the inset eyes, the silkstone body, made to move. Packaging's nice. She's got, you know, a beading on the dress, the tool, the fabric boots. It's all great quality. Like, don't get me wrong, but not for that price. Come on now, let's be realistic here. 200 would have been more like forgiving. Even then, it would have been like insane. But at least you could be like, 100 is usually the price point of a average sized Barbie collector doll, right? So 200 for a taller Barbie makes sense. So you could argue 200 makes more sense, but 300, no. I mean, they actually have lost the plot here. Like, I don't know how to justify this. And the problem is I like this doll. Here's the problem. I like her. I would buy her. But I feasibly don't know. I don't know how I could right now. Like, I don't know if I have enough money right now. You know what I mean? Like, I actually don't know if I realistically could spend that money right now. I would actually have to save. I would actually have to wait for the next time I got paid and see what else comes out and like be very strategic in like what I buy. Because again, like, this is a lot of money for one doll. Now, do I need to buy her now? No, that's more like the FOMO speaking, and because I do like her and I'm impatient, who isn't? I could just wait. I think the smarter move is to wait, like at least until the end of the year, and then hopefully by then she will be on sale. And even if she's only like $50 cheaper, I do think that will help. You know, I mean, she would still be like $250, which is still like, oh my god. But at least it would be cheaper. See, that's the problem. Because her pricing is so high to begin with, it'll take a long time until her pricing goes way down to like 100. Can you imagine? Like, she's gonna sit on in storage in a warehouse for like 2 years. People are gonna wait. People are going to wait years until she's like down to 100, if not 50. And I do think there's a chance of them lowering the price point to that, low. But again, it will take a long time because Mattel does not give in easily. They usually like to wait, to do sales. And even if they do sales, it's usually not that much of a discount. So it'll be a long time until she's feasibly like worth it to many people. Like 50, 100 is I think what people would want to spend on her, not 300. I think even like 250 would be way too much for people, which again, too much for me, but would be more realistic, to buy. So yeah, all in all, safe to say, I do think she's well done. She looks really nice quality. She's going to be heavy. She's going to be larger. The packaging's luxurious. I love the expression. I love the eyes, the lashes, the quality clothing. I wish she had a purse. I wish she had, a necklace. You're paying so much money and she's only got a pair of earrings, which to me is a bit bizarre, But overall, even though she's missing stuff, I feel like, and I hope I hope the base is like not hollow. Can you imagine spending this amount of money and the base of the stand is hollow? Girl, let's be for real right now. Oh my God, that would be an insult. So, okay, again, like let's hope that the quality is good here on the stand. Again, I wish she had a purse. Some more jewelry would have been nice, but overall, I think she's really pretty, and she's going to be a new, she's the first doll in a new collection. Let's remember, this is going to be a whole new line. So I kind of hate that in this new line, all of these dolls are going to be so expensive. And they're so I like her. She's really pretty. But again, if they're all going to be this expensive, it's just, how is Mattel going to make money? I guess because even if 5 people buy her, that's still a lot of money, right? If even if only a couple people buy her, that's still a lot of money because the amount of her is so high, right? So I guess it kind of evens out, but still, I am very disappointed by how expensive she is, and I really want to get her. I really do. And I'm so jealous because so many people got promised to get her for free on the event. So many people are getting her for free. I'm so jealous. She's so expensive. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to be strategic. I'm gonna have to wait and see. Because she's also a pre-order. She's gonna ship out by May, and it's in 2 months. So maybe there will be a sale by then with a 50% discount. I'll take anything, girl. I just don't want to pay that much. But yeah, I'm disappointed because she's really pretty, but it's so clear that Mattel is just price gouging. They're doing it on purpose. They know they're messing with us. They're pissing us off. This is so bad. Pricing is so bad, and it's, yeah, I'm heartbroken because I would love to buy her, but she's so expensive. And that's not all. We also had a little teaser for upcoming releases for Barbie Signature, including new Barbie fashion model collection, Silkstone doll, new Barbie fashion frontier, and also new Barbie tribute to fashion. So those are 3 brand new dolls we got teasers for, and overall I have to say I'm excited for all 3 of these. Silkstone fashion frontier and new Barbie tribute to fashion. They all look so good, especially the Silkstone doll looks so pretty. I'm loving that outfit and the face so far. I'm very intrigued by the fashion frontier with the cow print kind of looking pattern and the long hair, and then the tribute to fashion is all in gold. I'm wondering what fashion it's gonna be a tribute to, what is the theme here. But also it's been confirmed that we're getting the Masters of the Universe Barbie and Ken collector dolls. They didn't actually show any footage of any dolls, but they just announced the collaboration. So that's happening also before the movie comes out, or maybe as the movie comes out in June of this year. So that's very exciting as well. Overall, I have to say the teasers got me very pumped. Again, I'm just disappointed that the actual doll that got revealed is just really unattainable, basically. Unless you're rich, which nice, you can't really afford to buy her. It really sucks. Moving on to Monster High, we didn't have as many things to talk about, but still enough. So firstly, we got the reveal, which was, as we had, rumored, it was the Skeletor doll that got revealed. And, seeing the actual doll revealed, I don't know. I had expectations, and I guess that kind of already set me up to be disappointed, but I kind of did not expect her to have hair, but she does have hair. I expected the skirt or whatever to be shorter or something. I just thought they would go for more of a shorter silhouette, or maybe a bodysuit. But no, they gave her like this long skirts, and the fabric that I'm not sure the like the texture of the skirt, what it's made of, it looks cheap. And then like they gave her like this like shimmery kind of top underneath the like the chest armor piece that kind of looks, I don't know, I guess it's supposed to emulate the skin texture that Skeletor usually has. But still, I don't know, I don't know if I like it. The staff is like just one color. Like a lot of the details here are not painted, which to me I feel like also adds to her not looking finished or like nice. She just looks very colorful, you know, like the pinks, the purples, the green, the blue. Yeah, you know, it's like all in your face, and it's like, okay, but it's not really, it's very playful, but not very collector, if you know what I mean. So I'm not sure. I don't think I'll get her. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I thought I would be more excited, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get her. I don't feel that kind of like, you know, like I need her. Like, no, nah, I'm okay. Like, I don't need to buy her. Like, if she went on sale or something, she's still available. Like, she hasn't sold out. She is a Mattel Creations exclusive, so she's not gonna pop up on Walmart or Amazon, unfortunately. So she will be only on Mattel Creations. But again, she's still in stock, which is surprising because, you know, I feel like maybe Mattel thought that this would be a bigger drop, but apparently not. I feel like a lot of people are not buying her for, I guess, similar reasons like I just mentioned. So, oh, by the way, she's like $70 US, which, like, yeah, not sure if I want to spend that much money on her. Just seems like, I don't know. I saw someone say that she's like a Happy Meal toy. Like, yeah, I agree. She's kind of giving that quality where it's like very playful, very kiddie friendly, but not very detailed. Again, like a lot of these pieces are just one color, and there's like maybe one additional painted detail, but that's it. Like the heels are not painted. The chest piece, armor piece, it's like painted, but only one place in a center. The belt is not painted. The skirt has a gradient, but that's it. The cufflinks on the arms are not painted. The gloves are not painted, that, you know, which are molded on to the actual, that's actually just her hand. They don't come off. The hood, the cape is like one layer, and it looks very cheap. Like, yeah, again, even the cape slash hood, it looks very cheap. Like, it's just, you can see through with the material. Like, it's very, it's see-through, you know, and I mean, it could still be very soft. It could still be like a nice quality cape. But like, I don't know, it's one layer. There is no lining. The hair, at least, that's one place where I'm like, okay, the hair looks nice. It's very long, very straight. Hopefully it's saran or nylon. I forget which is which. The color is nice, but I kind of feel like maybe they should have just not given her hair. You know, maybe just leave her bald. Like, I feel like that would have been a more bold choice. Oh, get it? Bald. That would have been definitely more of like an edgy kind of presentation of Skeletor, because he is bald. He doesn't have hair. So I feel like that would have made her stand out more, and I feel like that would have made me give her more brownie points. But yeah, the hair is definitely like very like Monster High, like a twist of Monster High. The face is accurate. I kind of wish that they could have given her one of the skeleton looking faces, head sculpts. Like Skeletor, or perhaps like the one that they would have used for River Styxx or Symphony. Symphony from, you know, Off-White collaboration. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the face, it's all okay. She's okay. But I'm not like out to get her. Like, I don't feel like I need to get her, you know. Like, I do have FOMO, like I should get her maybe, because she's like, oh, she's kind of cute. Like, I'm secretly kind of like gaslighting myself into loving her. But I feel like I should not have to do that to really just want a doll. Like, usually you can tell like if you like a doll or not. And it's not just me, apparently, because on my poll on Instagram, it seems like majority of people are not gonna buy her, which is surprising because I definitely thought that most people would buy her, but I guess not. So I'm in the majority of people who just don't like her, which again, it seems like, yeah, it's most people. Are you a fan of Masters of the Universe, specifically a fan of Skeletor? And if you are, how do you feel about this doll? Are you getting her or not? And if you're not getting her, why? How come? Because, you know, I feel like this doll really is specifically aimed towards those fans that are also fans of Masters of the Universe and Monster High. But I'm only a Monster High fan, not Masters of the Universe. So for me, it's to me, I have to like this doll as a doll by itself and not because she's Skeletor, if that makes sense. So, but I don't like her because she's Skeletor, and I don't like her because of her design. So it's like I don't like her at all, I guess. I don't know. Again, she's not bad, but she's very fun, very campy, but I feel like she's just very low quality for what you're paying, for what you're getting. The best thing about her is really the face and the hair, and even then it's, again, like she's supposed to be bald. Like Skeletor does not have hair, so it's like a creative liberty that, you know, shouldn't even be here. So yeah. But thankfully, the lackluster reveal of Skeletor doll got saved by the teaser of a first look at the new upcoming Skeletor River Styxx doll. So yes, River Styxx is back. Now we know why. Her trademark got renewed. It's because now she's got a brand new G1 doll. I mean, there might still be a G3 doll in her future, who knows? But for now, we got a G1 doll of her character, which is very exciting. We don't know when this doll will be coming out or how pricey she will be. My guess is apparently by the end of spring, beginning June, she might be dropping, and she might be priced around 60 to 70 US dollars, similar to the Skeletor doll we just saw. I don't think she would be 100. I mean, I'm hoping not, because that would be way too expensive, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. At first, I definitely thought this doll was going to be like Comic-Con exclusive, similar to how last year Twyla was also Comic-Con exclusive, but it seems like this time she just might be like a Mattel Creations exclusive. I'm really not sure. But overall, she looks so fun. I have to say, her expression is a bit vacant. Like, I wish she was smiling a bit more, or, you know, like she had a bit more of an expression in her face. But even aside that, I do think her outfit is really nice. She looks like really good quality, which is shocking because Skeletor, she looks like really bad quality, but she looks like good quality. But realistically, they're probably the same price point. So like, what happened? Like, what happened? So yeah, it's kind of shocking that she was the only teaser though, because you'd think that with the upcoming Crew Productions wave, fourth wave? Is it the fourth wave coming up in April? You'd think with them releasing soon that they would tease the Crew Productions in the event, but nope. Nope. Only River Styxx here got teased, which is so surprising. Like, why? How come? It feels like it's such an obvious thing. Like, the Crew Productions are coming. Like, they should have teased them or teased other releases happening, I'm sure, very soon, but they didn't. So it's like weird. Yeah, not sure what happened, but River Styxx looks really fun here. I love her purse, and the packaging even looks very deluxe. So yeah, I can't wait to see, you know, when she actually drops, what she will be costing. And I'm hoping she's like available and not too hard to get, because she would be really fun to have. Overall, I'd say if I could sum up this year's Mattel Creations Revealed in one word, it would be lackluster. Just lackluster. The reveals, lackluster. The constant yapping about certain things that are not relevant or like no one cares about, lackluster. The pacing, lackluster. It really felt like such a slog to get through in certain parts, and in other parts were too quick. Like, it really sucks that at the end Monster High had to be rushed. Like, are you kidding me? The final segment that most people have tuned in for gets rushed? Come on, cannot be true, y'all. That cannot be true. And then they even had time to talk about Uno. They had time to talk about random stuff that, like, no, again, like, I'm sorry, no one cared about. So yeah. And also the entire live chat was always talking about Halo. Why Halo? Like, what does Halo have to do with Mattel Creations Revealed? All due respect to Halo, but like, huh? What does it have to do with like Mattel? Anyway, maybe they produced figures in the past, or maybe there's like a new Halo game and they were like, you know, I don't know, girl. I don't know. There was definitely some spam in the live chat about random stuff. So yeah, honestly, the live chat overall was kind of bad, kind of toxic. It was not good. But yeah, I think it wasn't exciting. It was okay. I think the teasers for Barbie and Monster High were even more exciting than the actual reveals themselves, because for Barbie, the reveal was too expensive, and for Monster High, Skeletor just looks kind of lame. So yeah, and in KPop Demon Hunters, the fact that you have to vote, also kind of lame. Like, just make both. Like, be for real. Mattel, you can do both. Like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Especially because they know they're gonna like charge 100 each. Like, let's be for real. Like, they're gonna charge 100 for this Genu doll or Mira. And if they made both, people would pay for both. Like, let's be for real. But yeah, a lot of these things just did not work out for me. But still, I'm excited for Barbie and Monster High this year. I just hope for next year, they kind of revert to how they ran the live for like 2025. I feel like last year it went better. It was tighter, a smoother experience. And it just felt like more of an event. This year it did not feel as an event, which is ironic because they really tried hard to make this into such a larger scale event, like inviting all these influencers and content creators. They really tried to make it feel like larger than life, but it just ended up feeling very rushed and not well paced. But what did you think of the event and of the reveals for Monster High, Barbie, and KPop Demon Hunters? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype this video, cuties. Consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to support a channel. That way, of course, no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.